Hey, what is going on YouTube? It is Blue. We are back with another Feral video. Basically, this video is going to be the strongest AoE or Mythic Plus build that you can do in Dragonflight. Now, obviously, I know everybody doesn't have beta, so you guys probably want to know this information. There are a lot of builds to do, okay? Just so you're aware, there's a lot of builds. If you don't like this build, there are other builds, but this is the most bang for your buck, the most damage you can do. And you might be like, well, Blue, you know, why is it that you're doing a video about damage before tuning comes out? Well, basically, the build isn't going to change. You know, with tuning, it's not going to change at all. You're going to see up here our top damage is Rip. One of our top damage is Ferocious Bites. Yeah, they may tune that back a little bit, but it's not going to change the build at all. It's still going to be the strongest build. Now, what you're going to go ahead and see here is this is our top damage is Rip. Rake did pretty good. That's really nice to see. Ferocious Bite was third. Tear Open Wound. This is Primal Wrath's basically AoE, which also kind of goes back to our Rip. Tear Dot. This is Primal Wrath's AoE, which goes back to our Rip. Rampant Ferocity. That is our Bite. And then Primal Wrath, which is our finishers, right, you guys? So what you're going to see here is, unfortunately, Feral has become a spec that has been... yeah, give me 2 seconds, buddy. Go away. No, naked boy. Get out of here. Man, I hope you guys didn't see that. So basically, when I'm going over the talents, you just take into consideration everything is about your finishers, okay? So you may be like, oh, it's AoE. I want to buff my swipe. I want to buff my swipe here, here, here. Ignore everything. All you got to do when you go through these trees is just do something that's going to buff your finishing moves. Basically, this point right here, these ones right here, these are the strength of the tree. You're going to be grabbing this no matter what you're doing in AoE or single target. It's just too big, right? And this is, if you watch my last video, a lot of people complain about me in Blood Talons. It just creates an interesting, you will see. So what we're going to do is you're essentially going to have 2 points left over. You could either put them all, dump them all in Bite, or all in Primal Claws. Again, you saw Bites damage. It is good, but it's not tons. So it's like, okay, this is going to help your rotation. This is going to help your Bite damage. I put a little bit of both. You can decide what you like later. That's something you can kind of customize. Alright, this is your build. I have 2 left over. What did I do wrong? Done. Okay. This is your build. Highlights of the build. Again, Blood Talons. It's so strong. If all our damage is in finishers, we're talking about we're talking about more than 60% of our damage is finishers. It just forces you to go Blood Talons, and you'll see the rotation. I know a lot of people did not like my Blood Talons video. You will see the rotation that it will cause you to do, and you may not like it. Okay, some people like it. I'm not going to be judgmental because everybody hates me, and I put these videos out. Look, just see the build, see the rotation, and decide if you like it or not, and see the reason will be Blood Talons is why you're doing that. So Blood Talons is strong. This Tiger's Fury is strong. This is going to be the AoE. This is going to be the single target because in every single build you're going to be grabbing Predator, even if it is just single target. So that basically just makes this AoE, single target. Other mentions, Bite is going to cleave. Primal Wrath is going to... Buddy, don't go in here if you're naked. I'll be out in a second. Primal Wrath is going to cleave once you refresh those rips, so you basically can span Primal Wrath, which is basically what we're going to be doing. A little bit of haste off our finishers. Convoke. This is really great as a filler, but mostly kind of... It's basically you need this for single target. It does help our AoE, but this is going to make our single target decent. Circle of Life. These are going to make our ticks tick more often and faster, which is great for Apex Predator to get us those extra bites. Okay, basically that's it. Really easy. So let's go ahead and show you the rotation. Is this in? Okay, let's go ahead and show you the rotation. I'm just going to show it to you really quickly so you can see the damage profiles, and then I'll explain exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot to do my... I always forget to convoke. Okay, we're getting... There's a proc. We're getting no procs of our bite, which is making this not make sense what I'm doing. Okay. I feel like you guys get it. Okay, so basically Feral... All Feral is going to be is it's going to be about proccing your Blood Talons. That's it. Now the reason I proc Blood Talons on every single rotation is because when you get a bite proc. Okay? So you don't know when you're getting your bite procs, but you could get a bite proc on every single rotation, which means you need it. You need 2 procs every single one. And my finishers, they don't matter. Or my actual, not my finishers matter. My spells don't matter. So it really doesn't matter if I'm over capping on, or if I'm refreshing my dots. It really doesn't matter. Because that's not the damage. See, look. Now I can do both. If I get a bite proc here, I'll be glad that I proc the 2. I didn't. The reason I'm going back and forth here is because my rake is cleaving. If I stood in between these 2 targets, it would cleave those 2. Glad I procced my Blood Talons. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll convoke. That one was kind of forced. I could have bit afterwards, but it's fine. There's a bite. There's a primal. Okay, you guys see what's going on here. So basically that's it. That is basically going to be your AoE build. And it's basically going to be, hey, you need to Blood Talons every single rotation as far as like, hey, I need to fill up my spells, I need to finish. You need to proc them every single time because Apex exists, right? And Apex, basically those bites are going to be cleaving, but also those bites are going to be increasing the damage of your rips, right? But the rotation is so fast that you're really not going to be weaving in those extra bites because you won't be able to bite in between. You won't be able to primal, bite, primal. It's just too fast with Circle of Life. But basically we can use Circle of Life and we can use our stats, which I didn't talk about, is haste. Maybe you guys are excited to see haste. Crit, it's valuable to us, right? But it's less valuable to us because we have assistance with our rotation. Never before did we have so much assistance with helping us through our rotation, so we really valued crit. We no longer value crit as much because I have so much assistance with my rotation, and also, as you guys see, I'm over capping on my combo points because all I really care about is Blood Talons. So sometimes I'm even over capping on my combo points. Occasionally, I'll get my 2 stacks of Blood Talons, then I need to finish off one more spell, but that doesn't really happen most of the time, right? So as far as your combo points and efficiently using your combo points, that doesn't matter. But what does matter with this haste is making those rips proc happen more often. It's not going to speed up your rate of... It's kind of like... It's basically like Circle... Well, it's not like Circle of Life at all. But basically, it doesn't change the time of that rip. It's going to keep the same time, but it's going to make the damage happen more often. And then we're going to have Mastery, right? So crit, so it's basically going to go Mastery is your main stat. Haste is your secondary stat to help you get those procs. It's also very good in single target, even though I'm talking about the benefits being just for... Well, I mean, you guys can see the damage. It's Rip, Rake, Bite, Primal Wrath related, Primal Wrath actually, right? Bite related. So you can see it's mostly the Primal Wraths and Rips right there. So you're going to want the haste. So that's also really great. But mastery, haste, then it's probably a toss-up between crit and versatility. Yep. That's it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. If you like the rotation, go ahead and comment. If you don't like, go ahead and comment. Is the reason you don't like the rotation because of Blood Talons? Does my last video make sense now? Or you still hate me? That's okay. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you have a great week. I'll probably go ahead and post another video as far as single target. But that's it. Take it easy, everybody. Peace out.